I'll do a little stretching today. Alright, so this is Sirai Shunyan. He's been with FMK for about a year. He's progressed very well. He came in not too flexible, but now he's more flexible. I know there's a lot of beginners out there that are looking to gain more flexibility, so I think it's really important to get feedback from people who start, who don't have that natural flexibility in them. So I want him to provide some feedback. Why don't you give him some feedback on what helped you out with getting more flexible?
Seriously, it's just, not that I'm even that flexible now, it's going to take a lot more work, but it's just doing like an hour of stretching every day, but making sure that you're warmed up, that you're properly warmed up first. It's a big difference between warming up cold and warming up after you've done like 30 minutes of cardio. You can get a lot more. And then stretching at the end of class or after you work out helps out a lot too. Like locks it in. I stretch before I go to sleep. That helps. Sometimes my hips get sore when I sleep, so the stretching helps a lot too. And a lot of it is also just breaking through a threshold. Like, it'll hurt a little bit at first, but once you get used to it, you'd be surprised how fast you improve. That's pretty much it.
That's good. Toe up. Switch onto the other side. Toe up. We call this one the half split. Turn this way. Point the toe. Turn all the way around like this. Turn back. Other side. Like this. And then turn. Turn all the way. Point the toe, push out the other leg. It's called the front split. It's mainly this split, and the middle split is going to be the most relevant for the martial arts to become more fluid with your kicks. Keep pushing it forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the pain threshold I talked about in the other video. Switch it. Can you tolerate pain? This is giving you a test. Alright, back to the front split on the other side. We just did about a 20-minute warm-up, so muscles are warmed up now so that we can get a better stretch. Try to keep that back straight. Try to get that leg and the back straight. Pretty good. Alright, let's turn it towards the middle split. It's going to be one of the hardest stretches for most people. It's one that we constantly work on. Hold the instep and the instep. We're going to try to hold this stretch for a pretty long time. So I'm going to rock it back and have those toes pointing upwards. Don't sit on the ground just yet. Have the toes pointed up. Go into the instep again. Now go all the way forward until your elbows touch the ground. Hold it there. There you go. Rock it back until you're on your fingers again. Holding it on your fingers. On the instep. Rock it until your toes are up. Don't sit on the ground just yet. Let's go back to the instep. On your fingers again. On your elbows, forward. Hold that. Okay, now we're gonna rock back. Toes up, sit down. Move your ankles. Rotate your ankles. Just massage it. Just reach to one side. Let's try to get our wrist to touch the foot. First your fingers, then your knuckles, then your palm, your wrist. Try to get your forearm further across. Try to get your forehead to touch your knee. Let's go to the other side. Reach. So is this the new guy that you met at that restaurant, you said?
He's bartender at Lionel's.
Oh, bartender.
Jason Sheridan.
Nice. Keep reaching, reaching. Let's reach forward. Keep walking forward with your fingers. Try to get your elbows to touch the ground. Alright, let up like this. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, reach forward. Come back in or up. Take a deep breath in. Try to get your nose to touch the ground. Breathe in. Breathe out, reach forward. Breathe in. Back up. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay. Bring your one hand forward, one hand back. Okay, scoop forward. Scoop. Scoop. Try to keep those feet where it's at. Don't move the feet, but just scoot forward. Stick your chest out. Tighten those back muscles. Get the back straight. Look up. Try to rock from the forward into the instep if you can. Like this. Sit down, toes up. Bring those toes back towards you. Bring it up. Hold it up. One hand in front, one hand in back. Keep those legs, feet locked out where it's at. Scoop forward. Scoop. Scoop. Forward. And put your hands where your knees are like this and lock it and don't let it move. And try to scoot forward as you lock it with your hands. Roll it onto the instep. Massage it. Reach over your head like this. Aim to touch the toe. Feel these lat muscles pulling. Switch it. Feel those lat muscles pulling. Turn it back this way. Try to get your chin to touch the ground. Aim. Rotate forward like this. Get your chin to touch the ground. Rotating. Keep the chin down by the other knee. Roll it back like this. Roll it back here. Chin to your knee. Chin to the ground. Just roll it. Try to get that chin touching the ground. Roll it back on the left side. Come back to the center here. Now we're going to roll the other way. Rotate to the left side. Left knee. Chin to the ground. Right knee, chin. Roll it all the way back. Roll it one more time to the left. Chin to the knee. Chin to the ground. Chin to the right knee. Scoop forward. Scoop. Scoop. Rotate, instep. Stick the chest out. Massage. Bring it in slow. Just bring it in slow. And we're going to go right into the butterfly. Feet together. Get your heels to touch your crotch, alright? All the way in. Forehead to your heel or your feet. Bounce those knees up and down like this. Make sure those feet close into you. Grab those ankles. Push down the knees with your elbows. And kind of rock forward as you do it. Get you that extra momentum to push it down. We call this one the reverse butterfly. It's pretty much like doing the splits without having your feet out. So you just try to get as low as you can. Let's look up, let's come up this way. Get that back straight. Stretch it out. Look up. Hold this position. Now come down and get those hips to go on the ground. Kind of push those hips down. Push it down, push those hips down. Come back up, look up. Stretch it this way. Stick that chest out. Come back down. Those hips down, hips down. Okay, so leave the right knee down like that. Bring out that left leg like this. And straighten it out and then kind of come back like this. Into like a half split, but you're on your knee on the other side. And push it back. You should feel a little stretch there. Push it back. Now rotate that foot, have that toe pointed up, and sit down. Keep this knee out. Ow. Don't move that knee. Don't move that knee. Alright, now we're going to rock back forward, get back in the instep on the other leg, on the left leg. Keep that knee down, and then curl it back in. You should feel that stretch right there. Be careful. Now, keep that knee locked out, this left knee, and straighten out that right leg. Like this. And then rock it back this way. Keep this knee locked. Get as low as you can on this instep. This half split while on the knee. Hold that. Push it back, push it back. I mean pushing your body back so you feel it more. And then now we're going to rotate, have that toe up. Keep that knee locked. Rotate to have that toe up. You should feel it all in the groin area right there. Rotate back into the instep. Okay? Now bend that knee again. Get back into this reverse butterfly. Try to get lower. Push yourself down. Get those hips down. Raise it back up. Okay, slowly bring it back in like this. You should kind of feel a lot of up here in the groin area. Let's go on the knees like this and stretch it out like that. Pull, kind of go on your knees and just lean back a little bit like this. You feel it in the groin area right here. And then you can rotate on the other side. See if you can feel it over here. Just kind of now rotate like this. Put your hip this way, upper body this way. See if you can feel that groin area. Stretch it out a little bit. Let's go on the other side, very slow. So push those hips out. Push them back. You should feel it right there. I feel it. Push it out again. The hips out. Push it out. Push them back. Now push the hips, or push your body this way. Hips stay in that position down. Other side. Good. Okay. Now we're gonna really get like a, go back into that front split right here. Toe up, point that back foot out. Hold this position just a little bit longer. Okay, let's go to the other side. Push it out, push it out. Get low. Okay, it's good for that. Now let's have one leg out, one leg in. This one's an easy stretch. Just move forward. Get your forehead to touch the knee. Keep that knee straight. The forehead touching the knee. Get the forearm touching the toe. Point out the toe. Just gives it a little different stretch, just a little different. Point the toe out, reach forward again. Let's try the other side. We can breeze through these stretches because these should be a lot easier. Alright, point that toe upwards, reach forward, keep that knee straight. Easy stretches, you don't have to stretch too long. Just make sure you go as far as you can. Keep moving forward, point that toe out. Get that knee to touch, or that knee to touch your forehead. Keep reaching. Alright, feet together. Point the toes out, reach forward. So that's what I recommend. The easy stretches, you can breeze through them. The harder ones, spend more time. Alright, point the toes up, reach forward. Try to get your forehead to touch your knees. Knees straight. Alright, pretty good. Alright, now cross over one leg, stretch out that lower back. This should be another easy one. Just get a really good stretch. Don't have to hold too long. Other side. Get that foot against your chest, like this, hug it to your chest. This one's a harder one, try to get it over your head. Alright, foot to your chest, other side. Foot over your head. Foot to your chest again. Okay. Now we're gonna, this is a very easy one, just tuck it behind you, like this, and just lay back. Oh. Alright, switch it up. Good. Feet together. Uh-oh. Alright. Bring it up. Back. Knees straight. Feet out. Feet together. Try to straighten it out. Stretch out that neck real quick. Alright. Grab that foot. Try to get that foot behind your neck. Other side. Feet down. Call a bridge. Get the head off the ground. Straighten out those elbows. Get on your toe. Feel those abs and the lower back stretching. Get back down. On your stomach. Raise it up. Look up. Open your mouth, breathe out. Stick out your tongue. Come back. Alright, now let's stretch out our arms across that neck. These should be an easier one, so you don't have to hold too long. Other side, just make sure you push back hard so you get a stretch. Behind your head, push down. Other side. Hands behind you like this, and then you're going to bring it upwards. This is one of the best stretches for the arms. I feel everything cracking when I do that one. Alright, now rotate your shoulders forward. Rotate them backwards. Try to get your elbows to touch. If you can't get your elbows to touch, something that you need to work out, try to have somebody help you. Maybe too much bench pressing or something. Not enough stretching. Back, elbows touching. Back, elbows touching. Now this is a good stretch for people that can't get their elbows to touch. Keep this arm bent and pull it to the side. Same on the other side. Now go underneath that elbow and get yourself in an arm lock like this. Push it upwards. Same on the other side. Arm lock. Upwards. Stick out that chest. Tense up that upper back. Rotate those shoulders a little bit. Rotate it back. Forward. Back. Pull back in those fingers. Rotate that neck. Same on the other side. Turn it towards your thumb, your hand, head to the side. Switch head to the other side. Turn it towards the pinky, head down. Switch head up. Stretch out those fingers. Stretch out the thumbs. Rotate your wrists. Rotate the other way. Some pressure in the back of your knuckles. Other side, same thing. Stretch out those fingers. Again, stretch out the thumbs. Rotate, rotate. Rotate those ankles. One way, other way. To the left. To the right. Rotate the other way. To the right. To the left. Now get your hands to touch behind your back. I'm not good at this one, so I'm going to use this assistance right here. Come down, hand behind you. Try to get that other hand to touch the other fingers, like this. If you can't do it, then you need to work on something. Maybe you're doing too much weightlifting, not enough stretching, but you should be able to touch your fingers. Something that I need to work on too. There's no use of having all these muscles if you can't move. Alright, switch to the other side. So this is good. Stretch. Also, if you need to scratch your back, it should be able to help you, no problem.
No one's around.
Yeah. So, you know, you can use something to grab onto. You have somebody help you touch your fingers. Alright, so remember, we need to get strong and we need to be flexible at the same time. To do both is not easy. To do one, it's easy. See a lot of bodybuilders stretch out those ankles like this. See a lot of bodybuilders out there that don't stretch at all. They just got these big muscles, then they can't move. There's really no point in doing that. And then there's other people that are very flexible, but then they're not too strong. So the whole thing I would try to do is get a balance, strength and flexibility. So what I recommend is if you're going to lift weights for an hour, then you better stretch for an hour. If you're going to lift weights for 30 minutes, just stretch for 30 minutes. If you're going to be lifting weights for 2 hours, then stretch for 2 hours. Okay? That helps you get a balance. But if you lift weights for 2 hours and you only stretch for 10 minutes, there's clearly an imbalance right there. Okay? We know about those people who have the chicken legs and all they do is the upper body training. It's kind of the same concept. You can't forget about your legs. You gotta do your legs, work your upper body, get the whole body trained. Just right now we stretch the whole body. But we're gonna go back to the split stretching because this is very relevant to the martial arts. Now let's get into the front split. This is the relevancy. We need to really get good at these stretch right here. You notice that every other stretch is pretty easy. When it comes to the front split, the middle split, and trying to put that foot behind your neck, those are very difficult to do. So we gotta put more effort into getting good at these. Other side. Also realize that if you want to get into law enforcement, there is a power test that you have to pass. It's pretty easy, but even law enforcement requires fitness. So does the military. So you notice that these are the individuals that are responsible for protecting our country, protecting the civilians. Really, they're like the modern day protectors, and they need to be fit. So as martial artists, you have to be fit. If you are not fit, then you need to get fit in order to represent it correctly. Now let's go back into the middle split. Get low. This is the final stretch. We should pretty much be at the point we're at our lowest point right now. Okay? That's very good. What we're going to do now, right after this video, we are going to have them stretch against the wall and we're going to measure it. And I'm going to show you how to measure it. This is a very accurate and effective way to measure where you're at with the middle split. And we'll see where everybody's at. And we're going to aim to get more flexible with this middle split. Alright, so